CNN. Here's our panel. He hosts ESPN's First Take and the Stephen A. Smith Show podcast. Stephen A. Smith is over here. And he's a comedian, writer, producer whose new series, Ted, is streaming on Peacock. Seth MacFarlane is over here. And the Democratic congressman from California, Adam Schiff. He's going to be the senator from California. Okay. All right, here's what people want to know. What are the panel's thoughts on the jury awarding, this happened just before we went on the air, the jury awarding E. Jean Carroll $83.3 million in damages in her suit against Donald Trump. Donald Trump, what do we think? Not good, right?
This was the suit that he got threatened to be thrown out of several times, right?
Right.
Like, how toxic do you have to be where you're too rude to be on trial for sexual assault?
Right.
I think it's true justice. The only thing he cares about is himself and money, and going after the money is a way to bring about some real justice.
Do you think he did it?
Yes, I do.
You do? You think he raped her in Bergdorf Goodman's?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you think he raped her in Bergdorf Goodman?
I have no idea. Here's what I will tell you. It means absolutely nothing. Doesn't mean a damn thing.
Right.
And I get tired of people trying to act like it. First of all, the man is running for president of the United States, and part of the reason he's running for it is because he's getting those campaign dollars so he can pick up the money to pay for his legal bills. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to lose any money. Secondly, it ain't going to be $83.3 million. He'll appeal it. It'll get knocked down. And I'm just getting tired of seeing so much stuff targeted in his direction, but somehow, some way, he still survives. I mean, we're talking about a situation where he's still going to be the GOP nominee. He's still going to be running for president. You're President Biden. That's the individual that you're going to have to beat. 4 indictments, 91 counts. They ain't even bringing up the bankruptcies. Ain't even bringing up this particular issue with this civil case. And somehow, some way, he puts cats to shame because he clearly has more than 9 lives. I mean, come on.
You bring up the most perfect disparity between these two people. It's like he cares about himself, he cares about money, and you have Joe Biden, who put forth the Inflation Reduction Act, which contains climate provisions that are going to probably bear fruit long after he's gone. Mm-hmm. Long after he's gone.
Absolutely.
What does he have to gain by that? Nothing, except, God forbid I use the word altruism.
Yeah, well, you know, look, I don't share your pessimism about this or your pessimism about the general election. The reason why Joe Biden is going to beat Donald Trump is because at the end of the day, America is going to want a president who is a decent human being, who doesn't shit on other people, who has some interest in the American people, some interest in something beyond himself. I think at the end of the day, people are going to reject this bigoted, divisive figure. They're not going to want to put the country through 4 years of that.
They have every time except that one time. Yeah. No, really. I mean, he really lost every election except the 2016, and that, of course, he didn't really win that one either. I mean, he's not the popular vote.
Right.
And I also, I don't know whether he did it, but I don't put anything past him. I also think Bergdorf should have better security.
Has there been any point in history in which, not to say it's a cult, but has there been any point in history in which the same candidate has been put forth 3 times in a row, 3 elections in a row by the same party?
3 elections, that's a great question.
3 elections in a row.
It could have happened with, who's the guy?
Teddy Roosevelt.
But I guess
Franklin Roosevelt won 4 elections in a row. So there you go.
Yeah, but, given the circumstances.
Right.
What would the second? Well, there's always something going on in the country. Well, no, really. You can't do that. You can't be like, well, there's a war on. We have to stick with me. I mean, that doesn't work. It's a depression. Stick with me.
He lost the popular vote in both elections. But the bottom line is this. I respect the fact that you don't share my pessimism. I truly do. I understand where you're coming from. But I think that's part of the problem. I think the Democratic Party should share my pessimism. I think they should be on high alert. I think they need to treat him with the seriousness that it deserves, because you having a lot of faith in the American people. The man did get over 74 million votes. You've got people that are looking at Joe Biden. I'm not going to call him a cognitive mess or anything like that. That's very disrespectful. I would never speak about our president that way. But when you're 82 years of age, it's not offensive to say you're no longer a spring chicken and you don't seem to have the level of five and the energy that you once used to have. And so you take that into consideration. You can't ignore the fact that this man is a threat.
Oh, make no mistake. I take him as serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
I'm optimistic, but we're going to have to fight tooth and nail. And one of the biggest obstacles we're going to have to overcome is all the efforts to prevent people from voting.
Okay.
We're going to have to turn out our people. We're going to have to work like never before. We're going to have to work like our democracy is on the line, because it damn well is.
Right.
And I take this as serious as a heart attack.
Let's interject one thing into this discussion about Trump that we've been having all night. It was a question I was going to ask you. We ran out of time.
Sure.
The Atlantic put out an article last year, and it was called "Separating Sports by Sex Doesn't Make Sense."
Right.
And talked about how we separate sports like the WNBA and just because it's just socialization. This is insane.
I agree.
Okay. That's why people vote for Trump. Because there's stuff like that on the left that people just go, I know Trump's horrible, but separating sports by sex makes perfect sense. And if you think it doesn't, you can't leave the country.
But that's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long. Why do they vote for Donald Trump? It's not always because they like him.
No,
it's because stuff like that is kookier to them.
People,
and there's lots of
It's kookier than trashing the Capitol? What the fuck?
Thinking, in a way it is.
How is it?
It's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. One is more evil, one is more horrible. But thinking that, I mean, what would happen if we combined the WNBA and the NBA?
No, please. Well, LeBron would go from averaging 25 to averaging 70. Because half the team, I mean, you mix it up, and he'd hold the ball and create the mismatch and take advantage of the mismatch.
You're both right, and it's. I'm gonna tell you something. Like when you donate to the Democratic Party, which I have, you get to do certain things, and I got to.
I didn't even get a thank you.
I
gave him $1 million twice. I didn't get a.
I got on a
can
Zoom.
I just say thank you?
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you. I got on a Zoom with Biden for like 10 minutes. So you can talk to Biden for 10 minutes alone. Like, okay, great, wow.
That was AI Biden. That was not Biden.
Yeah. Trust me, it wasn't AI Biden. But what I took away from that was that, oh, this guy is not the world's greatest public speaker, but I'm now getting why people like Lindsey Graham are defending him and saying, like, if you don't like Joe Biden, there's something wrong with you, which you can look it up. He did say, I'm paraphrasing because I've had 100 drinks, but he did essentially say that, like, if you don't like Joe Biden as a person, there's something wrong with you. You need to look yourself in the mirror.
But there's a flip side, and here's the flip side. You can like Joe Biden, but hate Capitol Hill. As it has been for so many years. When you look at people, think about Trump. You ever watch Trump debate? This is why I was joking around and said I challenge him to a debate. What would I have to worry about? He doesn't say anything. He goes up against Democrats. It's going to be very, very good. It's going to be fabulous. But they watch. Wait and see. He hasn't said anything, right? And nobody on the Democratic side has, what is it? The pizzazz. I know you got the substance, but you've got a lot of people out there that are preoccupied with their own lives, and they want somebody that knows how to ingratiate
themselves
with them.
That's what in debates is called a gish gallop.
Okay,
it's called a gish gallop.
I understand
it's
that,
when you disseminate so much bullshit, you're like Biff in Back to the Future, getting fucking dumped on by the manure truck.
But does it work?
If you think Trump doesn't say anything during a debate, you should see...
Well, now you tell me.
If you don't think Donald Trump says anything during debate, you should watch Steve Garvey.
In a debate, you can't defend yourself against an onslaught of lies and bullshit. Where you have to defend.
Said we're on CNN.
I'm on Fox. What's the difference?
I know, but we're not supposed to swear.
Really?
On CNN?
Yeah.
No. You're going to lose this gig for me. We got to go.